Imagine this for a moment. You're over 60, maybe even closer to 70. You want to keep your independence, stay strong enough to lift your groceries, play with your grandchildren, or even just get up from a chair without struggling. But here's the problem. Every single year after the age of 40, your body naturally loses muscle. By the time you reach 60, you may have lost as much as 1/3 of your muscle mass if you haven't been careful. That loss of strength doesn't just make you weaker, it increases your risk of falls, slows down your metabolism, and even shortens your life. Now, the question is, how do you fight back? And here's the good news, it doesn't require expensive supplements, powders, or fancy diets. The secret is much simpler and much cheaper than that. The answer is protein, the building block of muscle. And today, I'm going to share 5 cheap high-protein foods that can help you build muscle fast, even if you're over 60. These aren't exotic ingredients. You probably already have them in your kitchen. But the way you use them could completely transform your body. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll not only know which foods to eat, but also why they work, how they protect your muscles, and how to fit them into your daily meals without breaking the bank. But before we dive into the list, let me ask you something. Did you know that a person over 60 needs more protein than someone in their 20s? That's right. Most people assume younger people need more protein because they're more active. The truth is, your body becomes less efficient at using protein as you age. That means you need a little extra to get the same results. And this is where today's foods come in. Food number 1. Eggs. The muscle builder in a shell. When you think about affordable protein, there's nothing more classic than the humble egg. Eggs are often called nature's multivitamin, and for good reason. One large egg gives you about 6 grams of high-quality protein. But here's what makes eggs special. Their protein has the highest biological value, meaning your body can absorb and use it better than almost any other protein source. Now, you might be wondering, aren't eggs bad for cholesterol? For years, people were told to avoid eggs because of their yolks. But modern research shows that for most healthy people, eating eggs in moderation doesn't raise cholesterol the way we once thought. In fact, the yolk is where most of the nutrition lives. Inside, you'll find vitamin D, vitamin B12, choline for brain health, and healthy fats that help absorb other nutrients. If you're over 60, eggs are especially powerful because they contain an amino acid called leucine. Leucine is like the ignition switch for muscle growth. Without it, your body struggles to turn protein into muscle, no matter how much you eat. And eggs are packed with it. The best part? Eggs are incredibly versatile. Scrambled, boiled, poached, or added to a salad, you can prepare them in minutes. And at just a few cents per egg, they're one of the most cost-effective ways to boost your protein. But here's the twist. While eggs are powerful, they're only part of the story. If you really want to see results, you'll need variety. Why? Because your body needs a wide range of amino acids to build muscle. And no single food has them all in perfect balance. That's why our next food is just as important. Food number 2. Greek yogurt. Creamy, cheap, and protein-packed Greek yogurt might just be one of the best-kept secrets for building muscle over 60. Regular yogurt is good, but Greek yogurt is a step above. Thanks to the straining process, it contains almost double the protein, up to 15 to 20 grams per cup. That's the same amount you'd get from eating nearly 3 eggs. What makes Greek yogurt so effective is not just the protein, but also its calcium and probiotics. Calcium strengthens your bones, which is critical as you age. After all, what good is building muscle if your bones can't support it? Probiotics, meanwhile, keep your gut healthy, which helps you absorb nutrients more efficiently. Now, here's something most people don't know. Eating protein before bed can actually help your muscles recover and grow while you sleep. Greek yogurt is perfect for this because it contains casein, a slow-digesting protein that feeds your muscles for hours. Imagine fueling your muscles all night long while doing nothing but resting. Speaking of affordable, let me ask you this. How much do you think it costs to get 20 grams of protein? For some people, it's a $3 protein shake. But with the next food on this list, you can get that same amount for less than $1. Food number 3. Lentils, the plant protein powerhouse. If you're looking for one of the cheapest, healthiest, and most filling protein sources on the planet, look no further than lentils. A single cup of cooked lentils has about 18 grams of protein, along with a massive dose of fiber, iron, and folate. And here's the kicker: lentils cost just pennies per serving. Now, you might be thinking, plant protein isn't as effective as animal protein. And while it's true that plant proteins sometimes lack certain amino acids, lentils are surprisingly well balanced. When paired with rice or whole grains, they become a complete protein source, giving your muscles everything they need to grow. Lentils are also easy on digestion, and because they're high in fiber, they stabilize your blood sugar and keep you full longer. That's especially important as we age, because metabolism slows down and overeating becomes easier. The beauty of lentils is in their flexibility. You can use them in soups, stews, salads, or even make lentil patties. And unlike meat, they don't spoil quickly, which makes them a perfect budget-friendly option to keep stocked in your pantry. Food number 4. Peanut butter, the tasty muscle fuel. Yes, you heard that right. Peanut butter isn't just for kids. In fact, it's one of the easiest and most delicious ways to add protein to your diet. 2 tablespoons of peanut butter give you about 8 grams of protein, plus healthy fats that keep your heart strong. But here's what makes peanut butter especially valuable for people over 60. Because it's calorie-dense, it helps prevent unintentional weight loss, which can sometimes happen as appetite decreases with age. Keeping a healthy body weight is just as important as building muscle, because being underweight can weaken your immune system and reduce strength. Peanut butter also contains magnesium, vitamin E, and antioxidants that fight inflammation. And here's a simple trick: spread peanut butter on whole grain bread, and suddenly you've got a complete protein snack that rivals some protein bars, at a fraction of the price. Of course, moderation is key. Peanut butter is high in calories, so you don't want to overdo it. But when used wisely, it's one of the cheapest, tastiest protein boosters out there. Food number 5. Canned tuna, the budget protein champion. If there's one food that proves you don't need to spend a fortune to get high-quality protein, it's canned tuna. One small can gives you about 25 grams of protein, with almost no fat and 0 carbs. That's more than a full serving of steak, at a fraction of the cost. Tuna is also packed with omega-3 fatty acids, which reduce inflammation, improve heart health, and even support brain function. That's especially important as you age, since inflammation plays a big role in muscle loss and joint pain. Now, some people worry about mercury in tuna. The key is moderation. Eating it a few times a week is safe for most people, especially if you choose light tuna instead of albacore, which tends to have higher mercury levels. What makes tuna so practical is its convenience. No cooking required. Just open a can, mix it with a little olive oil, lemon, or even some Greek yogurt for a healthy tuna salad, and you've got a protein-packed meal in minutes. So, let's take a step back. Imagine combining these foods throughout your week. Eggs for breakfast, Greek yogurt as a snack, lentils for dinner, peanut butter as a quick pick-me-up, and canned tuna for lunch. That's hundreds of grams of high-quality protein, without expensive powders or complicated diets. Conclusion. So, if you're over 60 and you want to stay strong, independent, and full of energy, start adding these 5 cheap, high-protein foods into your daily routine. Eggs, Greek yogurt, lentils, peanut butter, and canned tuna. They're simple. They're affordable. And they work. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these foods do you already eat? And which one are you going to try first? Drop your answer in the comments below, because I'd love to know. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Fitness Tips, and share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Remember, staying strong after 60 isn't just about living longer, it's about living better.